Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Stephanie. Today I have my July favorites for you. It's August already, my birthday month. I'm turning 27 on the 27th. I know that's like my golden birthday. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do for that, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep it really mellow this year. But if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, I might be doing something potentially the weekend before, so just stay to the end if you want to hear about that. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe below. Come join the sisterhood, no matter your true pronoun or gender identity. Come join the family. All right, let's get into it. We are starting it off with the Urban Decay The Velvetizer. I was quite skeptical when this product first came out because I'd never heard of a company coming out with a powder that you mix in with your foundation. So when I tried it out, I was so pleasantly surprised. So what you do is you pump out a bit of your foundation and you add some of this to it and you mix it in together. They mix together really well. You do have to be careful about the ratio though, because sometimes if you have too much powder, it becomes a paste, and that's really not what you want. You want it to be just like a bit of a thicker, creamy formula. And then you just apply it how you would normally apply your foundation. I always use a beauty blender. And what it does is because it's so much thicker, the foundation becomes more full coverage, and also the finish is very beautiful. It's matte and velvety, and it just makes your skin look very seamless. You're kind of like setting your foundation while applying it, so even if you're not gonna set it with a powder, your skin does feel quite smooth and not sticky or wet or anything. What I have done as well though, instead of using a light finishing baked powder, I will use this to finish it off. So I'll bake with my Laura Mercier still after applying my foundation and my concealer, but then after I wipe away the bake, then I will make sure everything's really locked in place with the Velvetizer. I found that I can't bake with the Velvetizer because it is so much even more fine than the Laura Mercier. The damp beauty blender really doesn't stick to this powder, so you still have to use the Laura Mercier, but I'm really not mad about it because it really does give my foundation some longevity and also just creates a really nice matte look. I've been using this palette quite a bit. This is the Becca Chrissy Teigen collaboration palette. I love Becca for all their highlighters and also their blushes. When I saw this came out, I really had to get my hands on it. I've always really enjoyed Becca blushes because they're quite buildable. They are pigmented, but you can just blend them out really easily. If you apply too much, it's quite easy to, wipe it off a little bit. You won't just get like a splotch of color, which is what happens with other blushes, obviously. And of course, the Becca highlighters are just the best. Becca highlighters have always been some of my favorites. And what I do is after I put on this blush right here, which is a very beautiful pinky color, I kind of combine these two colors here. This one is definitely more peachy, and this one's a little bit more, I would say more like bronze goldy. I love this peach shade by itself, but together I think it just makes a nice summertime glow look. So I'll put it on the, tops of my cheeks and then under my eyebrows as well for a little bit of that highlight. I haven't really tried out this bronzer for some reason actually, and it does look like a nice bronzing color, but I've been using my other one that I've been using a lot, which is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I've been crazy about that one, so yeah, haven't really been giving this one a go, but it does look like it's a nice color. But I would say 3 out of the 4 colors I've been using quite frequently, it's a palette that's worth it to me. If anyone wants to know, I'm wearing the Dior Lip Maximizer Collagen Active in 002 on my lips right now. It's just a really nice shine. It doesn't really add too much color and a little bit of a tingle, which is nice. It's supposed to be a lip plumper, which I don't think it does too much plumping, but I just like it for the lip gloss effect. I bit the inside of my lip like 5 days ago, so I apologize if I'm kind of like skipping over my words or lisping a little bit because it's really painful. I got that stuff that you apply to it, and I've been like gargling salt water and stuff, but whenever I bite my lip, it just takes forever for it to heal. It just gets like worse and worse and worse for a week, and then it heals. Yeah, so rant over. Let's talk about one skincare product, and then we have a hair product. This is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Exfoliating Treatment. My skin just feels so insanely soft and smooth after I exfoliate with this. Use it 1 or 2 times a week. I usually just do it once a week, so this bottle has lasted a long time. I've had this for many months, maybe even like a year I've had this bottle. What you do is you wet your face and then massage the product on for about 30 seconds and then leave it on for 2 minutes, and during those 2 minutes you'll feel it start to really tingle. I'll usually just like brush my teeth or something during that time, and then you want to wash it off like normal and then put on your other skincare. I always do this at night. It says you could do it in the morning or at night, but I don't know, exfoliating for me for some reason is always something I do after I take off my makeup. I think that makes sense. This product contains lactic acid and fruit enzymes to help break down that dead skin, and seriously, after you rinse this off, your skin just feels amazing and so clean. So yeah, I really typically don't use that many exfoliators. Like I said, I use this maybe once a week, if that, and I feel like it really does do a lot within that one session. I feel like we're doing things a little bit out of order because I feel like I would do like hair products first and then skincare and then makeup, but we're doing it all backwards. We're gonna talk about a hair product right now. This is the Davines. Oh, I know I always pronounce this incorrectly. I don't know how to say this company's name. The product is called, this is a volume boosting mousse. It's for long lasting buoyant textures. Is that really what the product is called? I know they always have like really quirky names for their products, but yeah, that's a little crazy. It really does do what it says, so you know, I guess that's a pretty good name for it. I've been using this for a couple of months now, especially on my bangs. It's mostly all on my bangs because my issue is my hair is pretty fine and straight. So what would happen is that my bangs just really wouldn't lay in the way that I would want to. It would kind of just like stick out, or it would just not really stay in place. Like even if I was talking to you right now, it would start to move around quite a bit. And what this does is that really does add a lot of texture, and it helps it just become stiffer and stay in place. So what I do is I'll get out of the shower and I'll brush out my hair a little bit, and then I shake this bottle up and spray it just for a couple seconds. It does foam up quite a bit, and I'll run that through the front of my hair, and the excess I'll kind of just like go to the sides, you know. I won't bring this all the way down at all to the ends of my hair at all, just meant for around the scalp. And then I will go ahead and blow dry my bangs like I typically do, which is kind of like in a back and forth motion with a fine tooth comb. If you want to see a video where I explain how I style my bangs like step by step, I will definitely do that. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that. And yes, I do use a mini hair dryer because I typically let my hair air dry. The only thing that I blow dry are my bangs. So I just feel like it's a space saver just to have a little mini hair dryer, and then I hang it on the side of my sink. I would say if you're looking for a nice mousse, definitely look into this one. That's it for the beauty products right now, but I'm gonna talk about something really random, which are these Japanese like pain patches. If you ever use like Salon Paws, or I guess like Icy Hot would be another one. This is quite similar, but they are these little circle ones. So I've been having some issues with my neck down to my arm. I think I went to an acupuncturist recently, and he said that he thinks it's a nerve thing, which if that's the case, that really sucks. But I've pretty much been having arm pain now for the past couple months, and I've been trying to do a lot, like massaging it and a bunch of other things, but it's just really not helping that much. I think I just need to continue doing acupuncture. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. But to just kind of help with the pain that I have in my arm area, I've been using these patches. I've used, you know, I have used Salon Paws, Icy Hot's fine. There's another one of these that are large squares, and I would say that one's like the best, but it doesn't stick to the skin well at all. It'll fall off just like right away. To wear those, I have to wear like a really tight shirt that doesn't move around. But these ones, these little patch things, I think it's just so genius. Like it makes so much more sense that you'd make smaller ones that you could just stick individually. So I just have a couple on right now. They kind of just look like Band-Aids. Like I just got a couple shots, but yeah, I just stick it on where I have the pain. On the packaging, actually, I don't really know what this means, but they have these directions for placements of these individual patches. So I guess if anyone can read that and let me know what it says. If anyone out there has any, you know, back aches, any aches at all, these are really, really helpful. It just kind of, it's got that icy hot feeling, you know? It's like cooling, but kind of like spicy hot at the same time, and it just gives a little bit of pain relief. So yeah, shout out to Roihi-Tsuboko. What's that? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but this stuff is awesome. I'll link it down below. Another shout out, I have a Spotify playlist called Get Litty With It. It's in the description box if you want to check it out. It's like hip hop, rap, just stuff I like to listen to, party with. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, subscribe to it, you can party with me through music. All right, so if I could have the attention of the San Francisco Bay Area people for a moment, would you be interested in me having like a birthday meet and greet, kind of like little mini party in the Bay Area in a couple weeks, like on the 19th. I'll put up a poll, you know what? I'll put up a poll, yes or no, would you come on a Saturday on the 19th, like in the middle of the afternoon. I did have one a couple years ago. It was really fun, so maybe I can try and do it at the same location or something. I'm just not sure, like, would anyone show up? Let me know. My mom said that she would bring Chinese buns again. The other year, I think she was trying to get like minis, and I think she went to Oakland, Chinatown for them, but they didn't have any minis, so my mom straight up brought like 30 full buns for people to eat, and like we didn't cut them up or anything, so no one wanted to eat them because there's like, who wants to just like awkwardly eat a full bun in front of each other? We'll do better this year, hopefully, if it actually happens. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll definitely update on there. And even if you're not in the San Francisco Bay Area, definitely follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll put up some cool stuff on there sometime. I have been doing like maybe once a week like a PR haul or unboxing on my Insta stories. And also I really want to do more live live Insta stories. I've done it a few times now where I'll just start doing my makeup and I'll put the live on. So if you want to see me live, I go on Instagram a little bit. I'm trying to see if that's something actually I want to do, because I feel like I get weird people from that, because it's not just, you know, people who are already following me on Instagram. It gets on like the other page where like anyone random can see it, and then I got some weird, creepy comments. Last couple times actually, Segundo's been really monitoring comments and stuff. It's awesome. He just keeps reporting all the weird ones for me, which I'm so thankful for. If you're on there and you see weird people, please just report it, because I don't want that kind of energy, you know, in my space. I'm just blabbing now. So if you've got to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe below, and also click on that little bell button to get notified, because I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying they don't even see my videos pop up in their subscription box. So yeah, turn on those notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.